Historiography in the ancient period. In the ancient period in India, memories of the great deeds of ancestors and mythological lore, also memories of social transitions, were preserved with the help of oral recitals. The inscriptions on the Harappan seals and other artifacts confirm that Indians had mastered the art of writing. However, the Harappan script is not yet successfully deciphered. The earliest known written documents of historical nature found in India are in the form of inscriptions. They are dated to the 3rd century BCE, that is, Emperor Ashok Maurya's times. His edicts are inscribed on the natural rocks and stone pillars. From the 1st century CE, inscriptions begin to occur on coins, metal images and sculptures, and also on copper plates. They provide important historical information. We get to know about the dates of various kings, dynastic genealogies, territorial extent, and administration of various empires and kingdoms, and also important political events, social organization, climate, famines, etc. of the respective times. The ancient Indian literature, including the epics, Ramayana and Mahabharata, Puranas, Jain and Buddhist texts, historical accounts by Indian authors, and also travelogues by foreign travelers are important sources of history. Harshacharit, written in the 7th century CE by Banabhatta, is King Harsha's biography. Historiography in the medieval period. The style of writing, Rajatarangini, the history of Kashmir by Kalhana in the 12th century CE, is quite close to the concept of modern historiography. In the medieval India, the historians in the courts of Muslim rulers were influenced by Arabic and Persian historiography. Among them, Ziauddin Barani holds an important place. In Tariq-e-Firuz Shahi, a book written by him, he has stated the purpose of historiography. According to him, the historian's duty is not limited only to the recording of the ruler's valor and policies of welfare, but he should also write about the ruler's failings and incorrect policies. Barani further says that a historian should also take into consideration the impact of the teachings of the wise, the learned, and the saints on the cultural life of people. Thus, Barani expanded the scope of historiography. For the historians in the Mughal courts, praising the emperors and exhibition of loyalty became more important. The custom of adding suitable poetic quotes and beautiful pictures was also introduced. Babur, the founder of the Mughal Empire, wrote an autobiography entitled Tuzuk-e-Babari. It contains the descriptions of the battles fought by him. Babur also recorded his minute observations of various regions and cities travelled by him, including the local economy, customs, and the flora. Abul Fazl's Akbarnama is very important from the viewpoint of critical historiography. His method of collecting authentic historical documents and their scrutiny is looked upon as devoid of bias and hence realistic. Bakhar is an important type of historical document of medieval times. It contains eulogies of the heroes and stories of historic events, battles, lives of great men. Bhau Saibanchi Bakhar describes the Battle of Panipat. Another Bakhar entitled Panipatachi Bakhar is also about the same event. Holkaranchi Kaifiyat provides information about the Holkars and their contributions to the Maratha rule. Bakhars can be divided into various types such as biographies of kings, dynastic history, descriptions of events, history of a sect, autobiographies regarding grievance based on mythologies, and state administration by a king. Historiography in the modern period. In 20th century, the Indian archaeological exploration and research started under the British rule. A number of ancient sites were excavated under the supervision of Sir Alexander Cunningham, the first Director General of the Archaeological Survey in India. Harappa civilization was discovered during the tenure of Sir John Marshall. Because of this discovery, the antiquity of Indian history could be traced to 3rd millennium BCE or even earlier. 3 volumes of the History of British India, written by James Mill, were published in 1817. This was the first book on Indian history written by a British historian. It clearly reflects an absence of objective perspective and prejudice about various aspects of the Indian culture. The History of India, written by Mount Stuart Elphiston, Governor of Bombay, now Mumbai, was published in 1841. Grand Duff's name stands out among the British officers who wrote about Maratha history. He wrote the book entitled A History of Marathas. Grand Duff's writing also shows the British inclination of condemning Indian culture and history. Nilakantha Janardhan Kirtane and Vishwanath Kashinath Rajwade were 2 Indian historians who took upon the task of exposing the limitations of Grand Duff's writings.